How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with another episode of Historic Brawl, and we are right in the action with our new commander from Kamigawa, Isshin. 2 heavens as 1. Free mulligan? Yeah, we'll take this. It's bad, but hopefully it'll fix itself. That's the plan either way. So, Isshin is kind of neat. He doubles up your attack triggers. Most of our creatures have an attack trigger. Now, when you think about attack triggers, you might think of specific cards, and not all of the cards you would think of actually fit into the attack trigger housing, because some of them are actually they're combat triggers, but they're damage triggers, not attack triggers. Like they get triggered by attacking, but they don't work. That's basics. And I know that's semi-obvious, but even I, who have played Magic for a while thinking of brewing this deck, thought of things like Dragon Mage, and Dragon Mage doesn't work. So there is a bit of space in there where he's not, where he doesn't work where you might think he works, and there are places where he works where you wouldn't think he works. Like sometimes you get attack triggers on things that aren't creatures, but Isshin still makes them work. And then sometimes you have an attack trigger on something that's not a creature, but Isshin doesn't make it work because it's an attack trigger that your opponent controls, not an attack trigger that you control. So he's a simple commander on the surface, but he's a little more complicated once you start brewing around him. %90 chance that's a land. A red land. In fact, I believe Bombot Courier will exile all the red lands in our deck. How? I don't know, but I know it'll get there. I could have put some rocks on this deck, I guess. This deck is a little bit, little mana rock light, which for a Mardu deck is probably pretty bad. A permanent you control trigger. If an attacking creature causes... So maybe one of those scenarios works. I was thinking like a Raven's Crime. Because Raven's Crime is a triggered ability of a permanent you control. But it's the creature attacking isn't what you control. So I'm guessing that Raven's Crime actually would work. But it's not in this deck, so we will not know. Never didn't have it. Dude, I would like to settle in the wilds. Go, robber. You may block him. I think Drana will actually be useful now, too. One of the problems with Drana before was that she, yeah, let's see. Oh, we got a land. That was disappointing. I can't even attack with that. Never mind. Although, that is a black source. Our 2 cards will never be known, but it's better than Chaos Warping Rada. Because they're a green-red deck. They're gonna have some bombs. It would feel bad to hit a Sandworm Convergence trying to remove somebody's commander. You may think that's a weird example. It's not. That is in historic. Yeah. That's probably one of the most expensive non-creature permanents it can hit, right? I guess Great Hinge fills that slot these days. Expensive non-land permanent you can Chaos Warp into. Tirana? Nope. Shadowborn Snarl, one of the worst snarls available to us, happens to be the one land we found. It can produce more than one color. Nah. Actually, I could have blocked and got my Drana value, but I'm actually gonna attack with Robber the Rich because I might hit something cool. I have more cards in hand. Discard 2 damage. Target player. So it killed the land. That's neat. Is Robber the Rich legendary? No, it's not. Okay. Valamachus, okay. That'll be fun to haste out and double trigger. Can you give haste? What could give haste over there? I'll take 9. It was you? Go Valamachus. Yeah. Destroy that. Sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So they're choosing to give me Robber the Rich. That's neat. Do we jump with Robber of the Rich, take 3? Or do we just put Robber of the Rich and Isshin under the bus? Now that's rude, mate. I mean, yeah, I'll double block. I'm not really casting anything else. You can't kill both of them. And I'll just recast my commander. He is not expensive. Poor thing. The goblin was gonna have to go kill itself on the monkey, but Drana can get me some value. Unfortunately for our opponent, they didn't realize that. I don't think they realized that Drana wouldn't have gotten back Valamachus because Valamachus is legendary. So I think it might have been an early scoop, but we were outvaluing them, so I can see why they felt a little disheartened to continue. Yeah, so I'm thinking about what game's gonna be in our flex slot between magic videos, and I'm thinking it's gonna be Dark Souls 1. Simply because Dark Souls 1 is a game that I'm relatively certain that I'm not going to lose anything by not interacting with other players, and still fills the itch of playing a Dark Souls game. While I wait for the servers to come back online for DS2. Being said, I might just play it in my free time and continue with Halo Infinite, but Infinite has gone from like passable to pretty crappy as far as multiplayer goes. Like, in its surface, it's a shooter that has a multiplayer community with a variety of skill-based players. And that's not bad. That's a good thing. It's just, as your player base decreases, the amount of games that you run into are just so similar that it just kind of feels like you're playing one of two games every match. Either you're playing a game where you stomp your opponent, or you're playing a game where your opponent is stomping you. And that's in itself a surface level problem. That's made worse by the servers not really matchmaking very well. Yeah, I discard that plane, to be honest. What do I have in my yard? Oh, I have an enchantment. That's kind of cool. So the Restorationist isn't that powerful, but Haphazard Bombardment, that's powerful. Invitation. An aim counter. Not enchantment. That's why we couldn't do wedding. It's neat that you're doing that, but I don't know how well it's going to help out. You know, they may just murder me, actually. Drop the double black. We can get double black this way, though. Yeah, so this gets us 4 mana. Which brings us up to 5 mana. Which is really good. How did that work? Oh, red. Never mind. I know. What path was that? Decline. We could have circled Goldspan Dragon, I guess, but We don't have anything in the yard to reanimate this full spend, do we? This is gonna be a lot of damage. So Arcanus jumps in front of something and we take 14. This is our double black. So we got Purveyor and Combat Celebrant. We don't make the treasure. We would target that. But we decline. So we kill the Dawnheart here if possible. Get a blood token.
The tragedy of my death has only strengthened my resolve.
I don't think it's possible, do I? No, unfortunately it isn't. In fact, we're just dead. We're just so dead. Game 2 is a loss. Humans have outvalued our rebellion. On to game 3. I don't know, like I said, I'm still trying to decide on the other game we're going to be playing. Because it's definitely time to start a series and stick with it for a while. Like our last major series that we did was... Well, we started Evil Within. We just never got around to continuing it. And it's been so long now that I've kind of lost the plot, but I guess that game never really had any plot. It does have plot, it's just not easy to understand. So Sundown Pass, we have to play third. Which means we can't thrill this turn. We can thrill. What am I talking about? I will get rid of this. Discard 2. Okay, this. I think like Faithful Showdown and even Thrill to a degree. They're in the deck to cast with Valamachus, so that we get these double attack triggers that benefit us a lot. That's the goal anyways. We have a lot of 1s and 2s too. Well, relatively more 1s and 2s than you'd find in a Brawl deck. Because we kind of want to get immediate value off of Isshin before our opponent murders him to death. We don't really have a way to do that. All we have is Nader. And Nader's not too exciting, to be honest. So there's Shrine deck. Shrine decks are cool. We're gonna gain 1 life. No attacks because we get no value out of it. We lose 2 here. You know, Kinrith 5-color shrines. Honestly, I don't know if that's the right. It's a commander choice for it. It's just it feels a little feels a little cheap, you know. But I guess when you're playing a weaker archetype, which I don't really know if Shrines is weaker, it does pay off to have a slightly stronger commander. Like I feel like the new dragon is probably would be my first instinct for choice for Shrines. But well, that doesn't actually kill anything anymore, does it? just gotta kill a shrine. Stop it with that. Hannah Ship's Navigator. Alrighty then. Go Valamachus. I guess these are my options. Put it on the card. Target player sacks a creature. Target opponent. So we can't mess that up. That's good. Rude. Come on, at least block me with Kenrith. Gonna navigate a shrine back. That makes sense. Doesn't have reach though. Valamachus will have his day. Yeah, I guess this is the right choice. Take action. Goldspan Dragon, what a magic card. I think we've actually got this one. Despite taking 7 a turn. I think we have this. Nah, mate. So we're just gonna go straight to attacks. Yeah, we'll kill that. That didn't work? That's sad. Yeah, that's it. I should have been able... Well, I clicked attack all, which means you don't declare it. And that's bad. I think that does it. Yeah, it's not a shrine victory, so it doesn't count, but... they got us. I guess it's kind of a shrine victory. Shrine of Fangs, always known as one of the best shrines, did some of the work. It was doing 2 or 3 damage a turn. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next episode.